This is Mornings in the Shop, and this is Thursday, May 23rd. Mornings in the Shop. My wife's scheduled to come home next Thursday, since she got one more week in rehab. So, we'll get the house ready for her, this, that, and other. But here we are in the shop. I didn't check the video yesterday. I usually get it on the computer and check the video. But I'm wondering, do you see anything here? I'm looking for names on the tools and whatnot. Do you see anything here? Do you see anything? I'll get out of the way and let you see it. I think I got them all covered up. I ain't covered that up yet. I still ain't done talking about it. You know how you say the great disappointments? I'm kind of disappointed in that. Don't get me started on the manufacturers. Now they got everybody brainwashed to the point they can rip you off and make you like it. So I don't know. But this is Mornings in the Shop. I don't know what's going on. I wished I did. But I don't know. I wished I knew. Things get back to normal. Maybe I can get back to normal. But I can't come down here. Thing about it is, you got to, this stuff is too dangerous. If you don't think it's dangerous, you really need to get away from it. Because this stuff is dangerous. I mean, it will maim you up. And all you have to do is lose a little concentration at any given moment at the wrong time. Then you're going to lose a hand, fingers, your life changes. You got to understand this stuff is dangerous. Even hand tool woodworking. I mean, you can run a chisel through your hand, cut tendons. I mean, your life just changed. And all you have to do, accidents happen. But if you get down to the root of it, odds are you lost concentration just for a minute. It can either be you really wasn't comfortable about this, you really don't need to be doing it, you need to listen to your gut. And another way it could be so mundane that you lose concentration. You've done it so many times, you lose concentration, and then things, your life just changed. But with everything happening, I don't have 100% concentration, right? But I have seen so many people get hurt that I'm not interested in that. I got enough problems now as to add to it. So I'm just not feeling it. I mean, you know, I can come down here and do the wrong thing. I mean, you're feeling this stuff. I mean, if you don't think it's dangerous, I mean, you really, really need to do something else. You need to get away from it just as quick as you possibly can, because this thing will eat you up. Had a kickback. The guy is going to simulate a kickback. It's on the table saw. He's going to simulate, and he's aiming to do this, so he knows what's coming. But where it gets you is, this thing is a surprise. It gets you not thinking. But this guy knew what was coming. He was simulating a kickback on his table saw. And he's videoing it, going to show you just how violent it is, and I really don't think he knew how violent it really was. But by God, that thing was over with, he did. So to have a kickback, you know, the work comes and gets behind the blade as it's coming this way, and it throws the material back this way. But I don't know if you've ever noticed, I try to stand on this side of the fence as much as I can because the line of fire is this way, right on that blade this way. So if you at least stand out of the line of fire. So he gets everything ready, and he's going to do a kickback. He puts a door, an outside door. I guess he had one laying around. And like over there, so he's kickbacking that way. So he props this door up, and it's a door. Behind this door he propped up is the real door going out into the yard, backyard. Now, if y'all know anything about an outside door, it's a lot better built than an inside door. The inside door, it's just a shell. I mean, you put your fist through it, no problem. But an outside door is different. It's bigger stuff. You're not going to put your fist through it. If it is, oh yeah, you got it going on. But anyway, he was going to simulate it, this wood. It was I don't know, 2x4 is cutting, probably this long, you know, maybe 18 inches, foot 18 inches, whatever it was. So he gets over there out of line of fire. So he's coming up through there. Of course, he has cameras and all set up. So he made that thing kick back. Well, that door that was leaning up, that he propped up, was probably 7 or 8 feet, you know, from the saw. He went plumb through it. Plumb through his door and went halfway out across his backyard. That dude was a projectile. But that's not the scary part. It went a lot further than he anticipated. I mean, somebody would stand back there, they'd had a really bad day. However, when it played the film back, like I say, he knows what's fixing to happen because he's trying to make it do it. So this isn't a surprise. He's pushing down through there, and he had to hold his fence and all the safety you could possibly think of. Never seen this before. When he replayed that thing and it tossed that thing back, it brought his hand, I bet you it couldn't have been more of a quarter of an inch from that spinning blade. Of course, this is back before saw stops and all that. That scared that old boy. That scared him bad. Because if you wasn't expecting that, you'd been in that blade. So you got to understand the forces that are generated for any specific piece of equipment and understand what can happen and what you've got to do to keep that from happening and to make a successful cut. And if you can't understand that, man, you don't need to learn the hard way. I'm telling you. It will cost you. But you lose. Had a friend of mine lost half of those 3 fingers. He said he just lost 1% concentration. He went from 100 to 99 just for a moment. And it changed his life. So with that said, the state I'm in right now, I really don't need to be fooling with this. I got to get things took care of and then get my head back in the game. Because if your head is not in the game in a woodworking shop, you need to be somewhere else. If you ever seen a chisel go through someone's hand, I mean, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It is bad. I seen a boy, and it's amazing It is amazing. I seen him myself. I helped get him out of there and get him to the hospital. But it's amazing how fast you can lose blood and pass out. It's unreal how fast that can, just when you cut your hand. This guy cut bad stuff and the blood rolled, and son, it wasn't but just less than a minute. He was passing out. So we were in high gear, getting the blood stopped and getting him somewhere. You don't want to do that. You do not want to. And if you're by yourself, you're just done. You are done. You'll bleed to death before anybody realizes anything's going on. It's a scary thought. But you got to understand the forces that are generated and learn this, or you're in trouble. Love woodworking, and I love working with each one of these pieces of equipment. Some people like hand tools, and that's all they will do. I like it all. I like the CNC. I like the lathe. I like operating this equipment. I like doing it by hand, because to me, doing it by hand just takes it to another level of the fine woodworking. You're in an area that sandpaper won't get you there. The equipment won't get you there. It's table saws, even brand new blades will not get you there. Hand tools will get you there. I like it all. And sometimes I'll do a hand tool and make it cut and do it just to do it. But loving it takes more than just loving it. It does. It really does. It will change your life if you ain't paying attention. It will change your life if you lose concentration. So I hadn't done anything since. I have not done anything in a week and a half. And really don't plan to. I piddled a little bit and work a minute or two and just find myself walking out the door. There's all this to do, and it's just, you gotta wait. You just gotta wait. So, crap. I'm telling you, more I do. This is the part I like. For some reason, who would have thought I would like talking to a camera? Who would have thought? I never would have thought. I said I was going to quit YouTube. I mean, I guess I'm just in a place where I'm reaching out. But I don't know. I usually get on a video, not counting the yo-yo. Dang it, man! A 17,000. Shoot. But ordinarily speaking, I get from 300 to 400. Every once in a while, it hit 500. My prairie box took off. I'm up 470 something. But if you look at it, I have 481 subscribers now. And I did check my analytics. I looked at it again. And there for a while, 1% of my subscribers watch more videos. But it's quite a bit higher than that now. It's probably a third. But I don't know if you can trust them analytics. I think you just throw crap out there just to keep you content. I don't know how true it is. But I'm getting about 475 views, and I got 481 subscribers. I kind of tell you that my subscribers are watching, or it's an awful coincidence. But so I'm approximately halfway to being monetized. 7 months in. And everything I researched and everything from the beginning, it says it takes about a year, 14 months of hard work to get it where you can get monetized. And if everything I'm finding on that, I'm kind of on track. Of course, this is going to screw that up. Because if you want to make something work, you can't let up on it. But I'm going to have to let up on it. I ain't really got a lot of choice. I ain't come down here. If you come down here and get hurt, I mean, then you are done. I mean, what's the point there? Show someone your stupid screw up. Maybe they could learn from it. Be the only thing that would come from that. But I don't know. Maybe I'll be back. I got too much invested not to. So I don't know. I come down here in the mornings. I never would have thought. See, it's beginning to get daylight. I've always got up early. If I try to sleep late, I'm so stiff and I just, golly bum, I just can't do it. I'm so dang sore. If I tried to force myself to sleep in the bed and stay in the bed till 7 o'clock, I'm so daggum sore and stiff. I can't do nothing. But I get up. Sometimes I can sleep till 5 o'clock. It's not too bad. I can stretch a little bit. As I've gotten older, to see where you're at. When you wake up in the mornings, you sit up on the side of the bed, see what's moving before you stand up, because when you stand up, what you need to move may not move. Yeah. Falls, it's amazing when you're a kid. When I say kid, well, definitely a kid. I mean, if you're in your teens, I mean, you're bulletproof. I mean, you can bounce off a place and look like it kills you, and you bounce up and hardly lose a stride. Then when you're in your 20s or 30s, falling ain't that big a deal. Well, by dog, when you get up in your 60s, falling's a big deal. I mean, you're going to be there a minute. And that's at the best case. You're going to be there a minute. Otherwise, you're going to be there a while. So you got to watch where you step. Make sure you ain't in a twist. I mean, it's amazing how your life will change as you get older. Golly bum. But things get back to normal. This is Thursday. Next Thursday, May 30th, she's scheduled to be released. And she's going to be here, and I've got my daughter and my granddaughter going to help me. Thank God for them. But we'll get her up and going. Once that bone heals and she'll be able to put weight on that thing, she's in the home stretch then. But we just got to be able to maintain and not lose any ground until that point, which bones typically take 6 to 8 weeks on average. So this would have been, a week and a half. So we'll get there. I get me a cup of coffee, and I come down to the shop, and I talk in front of this camera. I don't know. I don't know. I'm collecting them. I got this huge hard drive, 14 terabytes. You know, one of these days, a 14 terabyte hard drive will be probably average. But dealing with these, well, pictures, when you go to dealing with a bunch of pictures, you know, you need room. And then you got audio files. You need more room. But I'm telling you, these video files, they take up some room. I ain't standing here to talk. Right now, I'm 20 minutes in, It's probably 4 gigs. And you do that every day. That takes up a lot of room. So I got a 14 terabyte hard drive. The cloud, someone said that the cloud, and I tried that. I had my own cloud. Its own cloud. Then I went to the next cloud. But the iCloud is a freaking waste of time. Okay, I do say this is a 4 gig video. It would take a month for that thing to sync to the cloud. And I say a month because I know it took longer than 3 weeks. But I don't know how far along it was. It may never sync. So if you do one every day, you cannot count on something like that. Then I put my own servers up and put my own my personal cloud. It's Nextcloud. It would do it. By tomorrow, it'd be synced up. But boy, that old server, boy, he's grinding, man. So I just got me an external hard drive, plugged it in my computer, and I dump it on it. By rights, what you should have is 2 of them. But I don't know. That's what I did. That way I can, it still take about 10 minutes at that. These files are big. So I've been dumping on that. And go back and watch them, or maybe my great grandkids will watch them. I don't know. But here we are in the shop again in the morning, seeing daylight come up. Most of the time I come down here and I'll get set up, most of the time. You know, days gets longer, then they start getting shorter. So, and I get set up, get everything ready, drink me a little coffee, and then I'll slip down there and open up the chickens and feed the dogs. And I do that just about daylight. Then I come back up here and I do my talking head in front of the camera. The thing about it is, I tried to do this before I fed the dogs and the chickens, and I get in here and get carried away. And if you personally responsible for animals, you don't need to let them sit down there closed up and daylight comes. Now, a chicken's nature is to daylight get out and get scrambling for food. That's their nature, and that's what they do. That's what they want to do. And you take it down there and you keep them hemmed up, you're doing them wrong. So what I do, I'll get them opened up. That way I can do this. And I ain't gonna worry about them. I already took care of it. That's my mornings. Then I'll take this I'll take this up and put it on that 14 terabyte hard drive I was telling you about. But my wife likes watching them, so I'll save it on my phone, because your phone will fill up. You got to do something with it. You got to get it out of there. So I'll save it, and she'll watch it. Find a few minutes, she'll watch it. She likes watching, I guess. She says she does. She always asks me about it, so I'm sure she does. But, and then when I put the next one on, I'll take that one off. Because if you don't, the phone just fills up. The iClouds and Google Clouds, you can't do that. The files are too big. But I just keep on to talk. Let's make another lap before I quit. You want to? I do enjoy my shop. I really do. I'll be proud when I get back to it. Still, that's the box I was talking about. Hope y'all have seen it. There's a lot in the shop I'd like to do, just shop related stuff, like my bench. You see that wood piled up. I'm gonna put a hand tool, one woodworking bench right here. And then behind me, see, what I plan on doing is doing my videos and stuff like this from here. I have my woodworking bench here, and I'm gonna make me some cabinets to put, you know, kind of a backdrop, and then when I'm working here, I just reach and get what I need and continue on. I mean, we can workflow, just carry on, you know. That's what I'm looking at. So I don't know, there's a way to do the YouTube, you know, whatever. However, to put these on, I really don't know if we need to go public with them. But I can unlist them, I think. I might try one. And somebody wants to, a family member or something, my sister seems to enjoy them. I can send them a link to the video. If it's private, you can't do that. I did try that. But there's an unlisted portion that I can share the link with, and they can watch that video. I may try that. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But anyway, kind of rambling enough. But I tell you what, if we walk around 2 more minutes, I'll have a 30-minute deal right here. You reckon we walk around 2.5 more minutes? Yeah, I have got my stuff covered up. I don't that, but you really can't see it. But you see that one right there. I got that covered up. I got my covered up. I haven't covered this one up. If y'all remember, this one right here, I kind of wanted to see this and how disappointed I am in this saw. And yeah, I covered that one up. I need to put piece tape over that one, but this one right here, it's not going to get covered up. I think they tried to oversell it. I looked at some of the owner's manuals and different stuff, the sales pitches and that kind of thing with the radial arm saw. Their problem was they tried to make a saw that would fit all needs. They kind of overdid it. For making all right, you know, your rip cuts would be made right here. That's my cross cut, because it is way better than this thing. I mean, I tell you what, to get it on, when you put one on a shooting board, y'all seen that. I did videos on it. And you take your plane and you make a perpendicular, well, that plane will make that edge really smooth. I mean, it really, but a piece of wood coming off that radial arm saw, it don't take but 2 or 3 licks, just passes, making thin cuts. You want to make thin cuts. 2 or 3 passes, you're done. Well, with this thing right here, it'll take, 10 or 15, 20, 25 passes. I mean, you really have to work your way down to it, because you can see where you're at. And with the shooting board, you can put a knife line. Of course, I got a set I've got a set of, as you get older, you get where you can't see. I got me a set of, I could put these little fellers on right here. And I could put these little fellers on right here. You can't do nothing with one hand. You just can't do it. All right, I can put these little fellers on right here. And son, I tell you what, I can see it. Yeah, it'll bring it on the paper where you can see it. You can see the edge, a honed edge on the chisel. I mean, you can see it. So you could put them things on the shooting board. And you can stop the moment you get to a knife line. That really comes into play whenever you're you're trying to piston fit a drawer. It's amazing. You can have two pieces identical. I mean, that's just the kind of detail I like to go in. It puts you in another level. Then you get a piece of crap like this right here. Let me show you the piece of crap one more time. Now, if you're doing a deck, they need to advertise. You know, if you know this piece of equipment is for rough carpentry work. Rough. You'll probably do okay, especially if it's somebody who don't really care about dialing her in there. I mean, just get it cut. You'd be more accurate with a skill saw. I'm telling you, I'm for no older than this thing is, I'm really disappointed in it. I could spend all my time adjusting on this thing to get it, and I never do get it on it. I can work with this thing an hour, dialing it in, and still not get as close as that radial arm saw. Because I can go to the shooting board and see how close you are. 3 or 4 passes, boom, you got it. That dude's on it. You can just barely see a little light, holding it up to a light over a square. This right here. Hey, you look at it and tell it ain't square. You don't need no square. So I'm disappointed. But I'm afraid to buy any more. I'm thinking they're all that way. Because warranties, guarantees is worthless. Worthless. Anybody buying an extended warranty don't have a clue. Because if it was not profitable to them, they wouldn't do it. That ought to tell you something right there. Never had a warranty that means anything. If someone's trying to sell me something, if they spend very much time talking about the warranty, they lost a sale. I don't hear it garbage. It is garbage. It's worthless. That's just some words of a salesman to say so they can say something about the product. If all they got to do is, if all they have is a warranty, they ain't got anything. What does that show? Tommy Boy? A piece of crap in a box with a warranty stuck on it? They're right. That is right. I'm telling you. Because in my experiences, it ain't worth nothing. It's just aggravating. You need to go into that thing knowing the warranty ain't crap. Well, dang it. Okay, this is Mornings in the Shop. Oh, Lordy, got it. I'm telling you, when we started this video this morning, I'm much better now. This really helps me out. Don't know why, but this does. And if I put this on YouTube, I wouldn't get any views at all. I mean, it was for a while, and then it just, you know. So, to me, I just like doing it. I like going back and kind of watching it and see. Helps me a lot with my pronunciation. It does, because when I hear that, I say, you know, you don't want to do that. You want to pronunciate better, that kind of thing. But before as you know, you ever watch these YouTubers that, you know, they're looking over here all the time. They never look at that to me. So I put me a piece of paper. I try to look at the camera. The camera on this thing I'm looking at is about the size of a period on a piece of paper. It is little bitty. You can just see it. So I put my piece of tape over, draw my attention. Okay, the dot's over here now. Look right. So I try my best to look at, because that to me, that's annoying. And people been doing it a long time are looking over here and they talking to you over here. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, that just turned over 36 minutes. So this is Mornings in the Shop with Buck. If you do see this thing, I talk to the camera like I'm talking to somebody, like I'm talking to everyone. Sometimes I feel like I really am. But if you do see this thing, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making it. But I will see you in the morning, Fridays in the shop. I don't know if I'm going to air one for YouTube or not. I hadn't made mine up. Might do it. I don't know. But I'm going to make one. But I don't know whether I'm going to air it or not. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Believe that? Yeah. 24th. All right. See you tomorrow.